Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Brandon. I am the founder, CEO, and visionary of Neveo. I'm shooting this video for you because I want to tell you a little bit more about the role, the business, and even a little bit more about me. Because one thing I'm super confident in is that this opportunity is not at all like any other manufacturing or warehouse job that you might be considering right now. And so I want to describe that to you. So for you to get a little bit of context, let me tell you how this all got started. I was 25 years old, and with $300, I started a dietary supplement brand that we did our own manufacturing of. Well, very quickly, it took off. It wasn't about the product. It was about the team, the supply chain, the manufacturing. That's what we were really, really good at. And in fact, we were so good that I became a millionaire. I went from broke 25-year-old to millionaire within a year. And the success just kept on compounding. Well, fast forward several years and the pandemic rolled around. And on top of the pandemic making things super tough, there was also some other just outside shit that hit us. And essentially we had to restart from scratch. And actually not even start from scratch, less than scratch. We had to dig ourselves out of a massive, massive debt hole. And that's what we've been doing for the past handful of years ever since. And it took us a couple years to really fully climb out of that debt hole. And part of that strategy was we had to move in a different direction away from the dietary supplements and consumable products into skincare, personal care, beauty, cosmetics, etc. We still had the dietary supplements kind of floating around in the background, which is what we manufactured ourselves. And essentially all year this year, 2025, we've been building up our investment capital so that we can relaunch that dietary supplement consumable side of our business that we ourselves are the manufacturers of. And that's why this is such a massive opportunity for you, because you get the benefit of joining a team that's been around for the past 15 years. And we're not going anywhere, because if we were going to fail, it would have already happened by now. But every time something massive comes and hits us, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, we always come back stronger. So on top of the safety and security, as well as the experience that I personally have gained as an entrepreneur and would be excited to mentor you if you are entrepreneur curious, well, on top of that, you will essentially be having the opportunity to join a startup at its foundational level, which means that as the business grows, you will have a massive opportunity to grow along with it, especially because I personally, as a leader, always prefer to promote from within. I prefer to scale our team members, your experience, your skills, your wisdom about being an entrepreneur, about being in supply chain, manufacturing, logistics, warehousing, all these things. I prefer significantly to teach you, to grow you as a person and to grow all of you as a team and keep on raising you up, both in terms of your skill, but obviously also in terms of the value that you receive. That's a big part of who I am. You guys are helping me create value. Therefore, you guys will receive value. The way I look at it in business in general, the business creates value. It comes from the team. It comes from the individuals, which means as an individual creating value, some of that value that you create will go to you. Some of that value that you create will get spread to other team members, just like some of the value that they create will get spread to you. And then the rest of the value gets reinvested back into our business to grow it even more, because we're looking at a growth curve that's exponential. And this is important to you because as we grow, you will be given more and more opportunity to build your resume, to take on leadership positions, to grow your skill set, and obviously earn more income. Additionally, it's within our overall strategy that we actually want to one day, probably in the 5 to 10 year range, exit or sell this business. Now, maybe that's a little bit scary to you because maybe you're thinking, I want to join a company that I'm going to be with, forever, or at least more than 5 to 10 years. No problem. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm constantly starting new businesses. And whenever it comes time to sell this one, I'm just going to be using that capital that I get from the sale to reinvest in starting more businesses. But more importantly, is when we reach that exit, which is going to be something that we're all going to be looking at, that target of reaching that exit, that sell, there will be a percentage distribution to every individual that helped make that happen. And you having the opportunity right now to join us at that foundational level means that your stake in that will be significantly higher than the stake that someone that joins a year from now, 2 years from now, etc., will have. And that's huge. But I'm holding a high bar for who is going to get that cut. You have to be someone that is a contributor. So that brings me to, who is it that we are looking for in the recruiting right now? Well, overall, we're planning to recruit somewhere around 5 to 8 people, maybe even a little bit more, all within the next, say, 6, 8 weeks, which is a lot. We will always maintain a small team mentality. Right now, here at the facility, we have 4 team members. We're shooting to have around 12 by the end of the year. And so we're essentially looking for 2 types of people. One is this youthful energy, very eager, very positive mindset, the kind of person that lights up a room with positivity, that people notice, that personality that's infectious to everyone around them, that's going to keep the morale up, the kind of person that's eager to learn, wants to grow their skills, and is also very eager in quickly and significantly increasing their income, is going to be focused on the individual bonuses and the team bonuses and motivating the team to reach those team bonuses so that everyone's income goes up. The kind of person that is proud of the work they do and proud of the company that they work for, is proud of the products, is using the products, is recommending new ideas for additional products that we could create, is showing their friends and showing their family products, is asking me, hey, my mom would really like to try blah, 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 or hey, I'm dating this new girl or new guy and I'd really like to show them or give them some of our products. This person is wanting as many hours as I can throw at them because overtime, 1.5 times your normal wage, and with Trump's new law, no income tax on overtime, which is huge, by the way. And we are going to provide, and I am going to be providing you that opportunity to maximize your hours. 60-hour weeks, 65-hour weeks if you want it. And when you're wanting a higher wage, you're coming to me and saying, hey, Brandon, what can I do to create more value? I'm looking to buy a new car or buy a new house. Likewise, hey, Brandon, I've been doing the same thing for a while. I'd like to learn something new. I'm interested in XYZ. Would it be possible for me to come in sometime and shadow someone else to learn more about that? Or do you have any training material that you can give me so I can learn more about that skill and see if I would be a good fit to take on that responsibility? And so this personality, this type of person is going to match perfectly with the other type of person and personality that we're looking for, which is the possibly more mature, more grounded in their personal values, their virtues, and has this sense of wanting to radiate those values, to mentor, to teach, to be the grounding, emotional, stable, dependable, consistent energy here at the warehouse where that youthful energy can radiate around. This person is looking for a consistent schedule, possibly with overtime, possibly without it. This person is never sick, never complains, and is happy to learn a particular function, a particular operation, a particular skill, and repeat it consistently, dependently, to master that skill. And when we hire new people, when we bring in new recruits, to be a mentor, a trainer of that particular scale, to take responsibility of the overall quality of our work as a team and our ability as a team, is conscientious, is accountable, is dependable, is consistent, is trustworthy, is loyal, and is the type of person that if I or the team takes care of you, you are taking care of me, you are taking care of the team. And I'd like to make a little note right here that as you apply with us, tell us, which personality are you? There's no wrong answer. Or, of course, there's going to be somewhere in between. Of course, there might be some additional personality that would also be extremely beneficial. Tell us about who you are. What are you looking for? What do you bring to the table that we can't see just from your resume or just from the couple of questions that you may have answered with us? I mentioned before, we are essentially a startup. The personality, the culture of the team, the culture and personality of who we are as a brand, as a business, as a team, it has not been created yet, which means when you join us, your personality is going to have a massive impact on the overall personality of the team. And so tell us who you are. What are the types of people that you want to work with? What are the types of people that you want to lead? Who are the types of people that you want to be led by? What are your personal values? What are the personal values that you respect in other people? Okay, so I already discussed briefly that there's a massive opportunity for you to grow into a leadership position, or a highly skilled position. So what is that and why is that? Right now, we're only operating Monday through Friday from about 7 a.m. to 6, maybe 7 p.m. And we're only producing about 5 to 7,000 units per week, about 20 to 30,000 units per month. Well, in order for us to get to our first target of 50,000 units per month, that's going to mean that we're going to have to expand our operational hours here, which means earlier mornings, later evenings, and weekends. We're going to need the leadership, the management during those additional shifts. In addition to that, we're restructuring ourselves. We're going to be having positions called PICs, person in charge. And so what are the basic operations in a manufacturing facility warehouse? You have the production, you have receiving, you have dispatch, you have inventory, you have quality control, you have all of these different things. Well, because we're a small team, everybody's going to be doing a little bit of everything. But there will be specialists, especially in production. And the best specialists will become the PIC, of which we'll have one for each operation. A receiving PIC, an inventory PIC, a production PIC. These will be leadership positions. And it's unique because even though you might be the production PIC and therefore the leader when you're in the production room with other people, including perhaps the receiving PIC, you will be their boss when you're in that room. But if we receive a massive purchase order and there's multiple people coming to receive through our loading dock that purchase order, then the receiving PIC is the boss for that operation. So you will have the experience of being both leader and follower. This is very unique in a business. And I did this before, and it's very, very successful for developing the type of people that I want to work with. The responsible, the accountable, the eager, and like the military, both follower and leader. But to be clear, everybody will be starting at the bottom and working your way up, learning every skill that we have so that as a team, we're versatile, we are adaptable, we are flexible, we are fast. These are the types of qualities that we are going to embrace so that we can grow this business massively and quickly. In fact, at another time, I will show you our number one competitor. It is a Chinese company that operates here inside the United States. We'll take them on head to head. According to some research that I've done with various analytics tools, they're doing a little over 1 billion per year. We're going to capture a massive percentage of their 1 billion and make it ours. And we're going to do that through hard work, through teamwork, through creativity, through trust in ourselves and trust in each other. And one of our competitive advantages is our focus on the culture of the team. While they have a culture of being treated like ants, we have a culture of being treated as individuals, but collectively as a team. The growth, the development, the passion, the energy, the positivity, these are things that we are going to radiate. And like I said before, if you take care of me, if you take care of each other, I will absolutely take care of you. One of my greatest senses of fulfillment as an entrepreneur comes from my ability to create opportunity for my team, to listen to my team about what they want, but not to provide it to them directly, and instead provided them the opportunity so that they can possess that something themselves. Whether it's learning a new skill, whether it's buying their first car or buying their first house, I will listen and I will provide you the opportunity to learn that skill, to earn that income so that you can buy that car, to give you that stability so that you can buy that house. The culture that I will be asking you to help me create is chill, is casual, but is productive, is respectful, is responsible, is supportive. In fact, if you're one of our weekend warriors or ever working the evening shift, when we can just lock our doors and know that no one is going to be coming in or out that we have to listen for, I bought this ridiculously amazing and ridiculously loud speaker so that you can just blast music or listen to your favorite podcasts while you're in production or counting inventory. In fact, as soon as I finish this video and send it over to our editing team, I'm gonna be taking this speaker to the back where I'll be doing density calculations of all kinds of new products that we're expecting to launch next week. Once we hit that, we'll be doing things like paid lunches or meals if you're on a different shift. Okay, so now the fun part. Let's talk about some of the perks, some of the benefits. Well, everything's gonna really kick into gear when we hit that first milestone, that first target of producing 50,000 units over a 4-week span. I expect for that to take us somewhere in the 3 to 6 week range once we have our full team onboarded. Once we have our full team onboarded and trained, which overall is probably going to be a couple months from now. But once we hit that, I'll be starting a profit share system where a percentage of the profits each month are going to get distributed to the entire team. Merit is one of my core values, which means if you help create the value, then you're going to receive the value. We'll also be doing individual and team bonuses. Those bonuses will increase in value as the targets to reach those bonuses increase in scale, increase in complexity. Next week, we'll be starting a system in which if we complete the entire week's schedule, then the business will be buying us lunch one day the following week. As we raise our targets for overall monthly production, like I said, the first milestone being 50,000 units, we're going to move to 2 days of paid lunch, 3 days, 4 days, etc., until the business is buying us our lunch or whatever meal we have based on your shift every single day. As you may have guessed, I'm a huge believer in the work hard, play hard mentality. And so PTO, paid time off, is also a huge part of our culture and of our benefits packages. You'll be given a few days of PTO after 90 days with us, but on top of that, I am constantly using PTO as a reward for sometimes even the simplest of successful tasks. Or if you prefer, you can also sell back the PTO and turn that into extra cat. Another perk that I really hope is motivating to you is the free products. You will get one free product from us every single week. And even if you're not someone that really uses all these products, which by the way, we have tons of, the skin and hair care products, the cosmetics and beauty products, and then all kinds of different consumable products. Well, even if none of that personally interests you, for certain, these will make great gifts for the people that you care about in your life. There is definitely something for everyone. The average price of our products is about $25. So hey, that's an extra $100 a month. And when you start giving away these products as gifts to people, gifts to your friends, gifts to your parents, gifts to your significant others, they're great products. They will really appreciate them. And then you're going to get a sense of pride from them saying how great the product is and the fact that you were the one that made it. All right, well, hopefully this gives you a little bit more insight about the business, about the job, about who I am. But if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to ask. And during your application process, I really, really encourage you to share more about your personality, about what you want, about what I can do for you, about what we can do for you. And of course, what additional things can you talk about? What value can you bring to us? Bring to your future team members that we might not see in that resume, that we might not see in the questions that you ask. Bring your positivity, bring your personality, bring your energy. That's what we're really looking for. We can teach you everything else. All right? I appreciate your time watching this, genuinely. Well, I look forward to your application, and I really look forward to you walking through the front door and us getting a chance to meet for the first time. All right? Thanks again. Take care.